morning everybody, welcome back to another video. As you can probably tell by all of this is going to be a very Christmassy video. I am going to do a bit of a Christmas decorations tour. I am doing it featuring my last Christmas as a Miss jumper from With the Robins and my future Mrs Santa hat from Studio, which I will link both of them in the description below if they're still available. This one was a pre-order only, so it won't be, but I will link With the Robins website down below. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a tour of our Christmas decorations. I love all of our decorations. I love putting them out each year, and a lot of them do have special meanings or reasons that we have them. So I just thought I would get in the Christmas spirit, give you a bit of a decorations tour and let you in on some of the little stories that are behind them. You probably can hear the puppy in the background. I think he just wants to be involved in all of the Christmas activities. So let's get started. We're going to start in the dining room, and this is the coffee table that is usually in the living room, but due to where the Christmas tree is, we have had to move it. But it means it is the perfect place for our advent calendars. This year we both have an M&S chocolate one, and then we have this Disney Books advent calendar. Yes, I'm aware it's meant to be for children, but I really like it. We also have this Sidemen chocolate one, and then we have obviously the dog's advent calendar, which he absolutely loves, by the way, from Pets at Home. So on here we have this adorable little Christmas scene under a glass dome. It does light up, but unfortunately the batteries have just died, so I'm going to need to get some more for that. I just think this is the cutest little scene, with the little dog and the children decorating the tree and the presents, the fake snow even on the tree. I just think it is absolutely gorgeous. This was a clearance bargain from Argos a few years ago. Then if we move along the table, this Christmas spice candle, oh my god, the smell of this is absolutely gorgeous. I do have another Christmas spice candle in the living room as well, because it is just the nicest, Christmassiest smell ever. I wish this was smell-o-vision so you could see what it smells like. I absolutely love it. I haven't lit it yet. I'm like this with a lot of candles. They just look so nice. I don't want to light them. It may get lit before Christmas, but probably not. It'll probably be back again next year, looking exactly the same as it does now. We then also have these two little Christmas trees. They were supposed to be in a set of 3. Sadly, when I opened them, there was only 2 in there and there was no more in stock for me to swap it for one with the correct amount, so I just kept the 2 because I really like them. And then I have popped this little Christmas candle with them, which is someone on a little winter dog walk with lots and lots of dogs. There's a lot of dog decoration in this house, I'm starting to notice. This isn't a scented candle, it's just a basic candle, but I thought it was really cute and it looks nice with the trees. Next, into the corner, and of course the main event of the dining room, we have our Christmas tree. Because this is just the dining room Christmas tree, it is just a pop-up one of those ones that folds flat and then you just sort of drape it down the pole in the middle. But I think for a pop-up tree, it is really nice. Most of the decorations came on it, but I did add a few extra. I also have added some lights on there, so I will show you it with the lights on now. Okay, so this is it all lit up. I think the lights do make all of the difference. Just adds a little bit of Christmas sparkle to it, and for a cheap pop-up tree to go in our dining room, I think it is really cute. Moving along the room now, we of course have our Happy Holidays sign. This was originally going to say Merry Christmas everyone, but for one, I couldn't find enough R's in my letters, and for 2, Christmas wouldn't fit along the line without sticking off the end slightly, and I did try it, but it just bugged me. So it is Happy Holidays now, going more for sort of an American style, I guess. Then we also have another one of these little candles that matches the one on the coffee table. This one's a little sort of Christmas store like you would get at a Christmas market. And then we have one of these little Nutcracker soldiers. He is actually supposed to be a Christmas ornament. He has a little hook on there for the tree, but I just thought it looked really cute next to this sign. I don't know what it is about Nutcracker ornaments. I feel like I can remember either my mum or my grandparents had a big one when I was a kid, so these just always remind me of really, really Christmassy, and this is just like the Christmas item to have for me. I don't know what it is, I just love them. Next we have my little nativity scene. This was actually a B&M bargain. Last year I think I got it. I think I bought it and put it straight out because I bought it at Christmas. I think it was only about £2.99 and I just thought the figures were so cute. I'm not really a massively religious person, but we did always have a nativity scene when I was little. So I just think it's nice to have one out. The little animals and the little baby, I just think are adorable, and I think it's just a nice Christmassy extra. Of course, we then do have a Christmas plant, fake, obviously. I can't look after real plants for a start, but I think the real ones of these are dangerous for pets. So I didn't want to risk that, so I got this fake one, I think, in Home Bargains a couple of years ago. Moving up the wall, I do have little pieces of fake holly on top of all of the frames and mirrors and such in the living room and the dining room, so you will see that repeated a few times. Now moving on to the fireplace, we have our Christmas garland. This isn't actually a garland. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you without ruining it. It is actually just two bits of sort of, it's like tinsel, but it's made more out of like what a fake Christmas tree will be made out of. It's not like a usual tinsel like this sort of tinsel. And it's just two pieces of that twisted together. And then I have put these little berries and the pine cones in separately. I couldn't find a garland that I liked enough that was a reasonable price to be able to have one in here and in the living room. And then I saw this sort of fake tinsel stuff in Wilko when we first moved into the house, and I just thought it was perfect. So yeah, DIY garland for the fireplace with the pine cones, and then these lights are just battery operated lights from the pound shop strung across there. And as I've just showed you a little bit of, I then do have some red tinsel on our mirror. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of tinsel. A lot of people think it's cheap or tacky. I love tinsel. I think it's very Christmassy. Now along we have some more pictures with some more holly on the top, and then I'm just going to quickly show you on our sideboard. I do have this gorgeous red runner. It has little tassels on the bottom of it. I can't show you it fully out because to this side of what I'm now showing you, I have piles of everybody's Christmas presents, which aren't wrapped. That is my next job, but that means I can't show you this full bit because I don't want anybody to accidentally see their presents. And it is just a bit of a tip with everything piled up at the minute. So we're just going to skip past that bit. And then onto the window, we have this really, really pretty star tea light holder. It does have a little door that you can open to change out the tea light. We have a fake one, obviously, in there. I do think this looks a little bit plain. I would like something else in my window because it is a very big window and this isn't the biggest ornament. So I would like something else to put more towards the top of the window, but I haven't found anything that quite looks right yet. So there may be another addition to our Christmas decorations this year before it actually gets to Christmas. This looks far too orangey red on camera. I promise it is actually a really nice deep Christmassy red. Not sure why it's coming up so orange. Also, please ignore my work chair in the background there. I use this dining room table as my desk when I'm working from home. So this is our Christmas table. This will be where we have our Christmas dinner. You can't really see on camera. I'm trying to get it where you can. It does have these little sort of reindeer print on it in glitter. It's so hard to get it to show up on camera though. And as I said, the colour is definitely a much nicer, deeper red than this. This black runner we do have out all year. I just keep it on there at Christmas because I really like it. The potpourri bowl, we do also have that out all year round, but I normally have purples in it to match our wallpaper. Over Christmas, I change it to this lovely red and green potpourri, and I put a couple of sprigs of holly in there. It doesn't really smell anymore because we have had it for quite a while now, but it still looks nice. I do want a little bit more to go in there really, but everything I can find is either far too expensive or is full of gold, and everything in here is silver. Right, I hope you're all still with me. I know some of you probably have no interest in this whatsoever, but anyone who loves Christmas as much as I do, or who just likes being nosy at other people's houses, I'm sure you're enjoying this. So now we're going to move into the hallway. We do have a few decorations in there, and then onto the main room, which is of course the lounge or living room, whichever you want to call it. I do have a couple of decorations outside, like we have a wreath on the front door, and we have a couple of like snowmen and Santa on sticks in a plant outside, and you won't be able to see the Christmas lights in our window properly from inside either, but just for obviously safety reasons I don't want to show the outside of my house, so you're just going to have to take my word for it that they are there. So moving on to the hallway. So we do have this little shelf above our radiator in the hall, and this is the majority of our hallway decorations. So we do just have some gold tinsel along here with, again, some Poundland battery operated Christmas lights, but I do think it gives a really nice effect. Again, we have two of the little Nutcracker soldiers. You already know how much I like those. Then we have this gorgeous candle that I'm not sure if you can see. It's like a little Christmas village scene with a tree and everyone ice skating. That one came in a set with the other item we have on here, which is this little Christmas diffuser. The lights aren't really showing it properly. It's like a little Christmas tree shape, and then obviously the diffuser sticks. I don't actually have any of the oil in it. I didn't put it in, as I'm sure a lot of people know certain oils are not good for pets in diffusers, and I wasn't sure whether the one that came with that was going to be of harm to our little puppy, so I just didn't put it in. And then the final thing, which you can actually see the silhouette of there, is on our porch door. We do also have this little wreath. This was actually quite a cheap one from Argos, and then I just popped some Poundland battery lights. You can see I love my Poundland lights. They're actually really good quality considering they were from Poundland. They do run through batteries quite quickly, but I definitely think they have a nice effect, and when this is all lit up at night I just think it looks nice for anyone coming into the house. And now onto the main room and the most Christmassy room of the house. So there's quite a lot to show you in here, so I hope you are ready for that. The main thing will be some of the baubles on the Christmas tree. A lot of them we have got on holiday or have special meanings, and I'm going to show you a few of those and tell you why they matter so much to me. So I think we will start at one side of the Christmas tree and work our way around until we get back to it, because I want to show you that last because it's my favourite. Easy place to start. We have a selection of our favourite holiday photos, which of course now have the holly on the top of them. On the corner of our living room door we actually have this Disney Santa hat, which we did get in Walt Disney World. It has Mickey ears on it. This is absolutely adorable, and it will get worn occasionally over Christmas, but when it isn't being worn it just sits right up here on the corner of the living room door. And we then move on to our bookcase. So again we have some red tinsel and this sort of Christmas tree made from tinsel. This isn't homemade, this was bought, but it is made from tinsel, and I just think it's so cute. We then have this Believe sign, which to be honest you could probably have out all year round if you really wanted to, you know, it's not like specifically for Christmas. And again I added some lights to it. If you can see, it did actually originally have its own lights, but it broke and I didn't want to get rid of it, and it does look nice lit up, so I've added my own, again, Poundland lights to it. It looks a lot nicer when it's all dark in here at night and everything's lit up. I'll maybe film a little clip of it tonight when we've got all the lights on, just so you can see what it looks like when you can properly see the effect that the lights have. Next, moving on to the fireplace, we have again a bigger bunch of holly on top of our big living room mirror. Me, hello. And then we have another one of those garlands like I showed you in the dining room. Again, it's just this sort of fake tree tinsel stuff, a couple of strands of that wound together with some of the acorns and berries, and then a string of the Poundland lights, which I will switch on now. Whoops. They do have a flashing setting, but I don't like that one. It just annoys me with them going on and off all the time. We have this cute little dog countdown. I must admit, we do often forget to change this. It's lucky it's actually on the right amount of days this morning. This was another Argos bargain. You will find after Christmas, if Argos have anything left in stock, the prices do drop a lot once you get to sort of January time. So I got this, I think, for just a couple of £1. We then have 2 of these candles. They are slightly different, but they are both essentially about remembering our loved ones at Christmas. I bought these last year after we did sadly lose a member of our family just before Christmas, but I got a couple of them to go either side that we can then light and have all the family members who are no longer with us still be a part of our Christmas. Moving further down the fireplace, we then have this Christmas, is it a garland? This Christmas hanging sign, effectively. The letters are made from wood, just on this little string. I think this was maybe Home Bargains a really long time ago. My mum actually has one of these in her house at Christmas as well, and it is the perfect length for hanging across the inside of our fireplace. We then have 2 of these Christmas stockings. So we have a Chip and Dale one, and we have a Stitch one, obviously. One for each of us on either side. We got these in the Christmas shop in Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. I then have this little light up house. You just put a little tea light in the bottom there. I actually have this out all year round. It used to just be a Christmas decoration, but I really liked it, and there's nothing particularly Christmassy about it. And then, if I can just move the puppy's toys out the way, we have this little Disney Christmas tin. I can't actually remember where this came from. I do think it was just somewhere like B&M. It's not sort of official Disney. If the camera will focus, it has It's Christmas, and then it does have all of the Disney characters around it doing various Christmassy things. We don't actually keep anything in it. It's just there for decoration. But it is a nice addition. The puppy does like to come along and nudge it with his nose quite often, which is a bit of a pain, but it looks nice. The puppy is now going to show you exactly what I've just said. He likes to come along and nudge it. I'm not sure what's going on with the focus. It keeps dipping in and out of focus, but you get the idea. So I'll just show you a quick sort of full view of everything. Oh, something I forgot. These candles are new for this year. Please ignore the state of the inside of this fireplace. It's just constantly dusty. It doesn't matter how many times you clean it. These candles were new for this year. Up until now, we have always just had some proper candles in here, red ones, over Christmas. But I never liked to light them because I just didn't like the idea of having the open flame just out there for the dog to be able to get at. So this year, I got these ones. These were from Amazon. They were $14.99. I'll link them down below if I can. And if I can get it to focus on it, it has like a fake flame, but it moves so that from a distance, it looks like they're a real flame that's actually lit. And it is surprising how realistic it is. In the living room at night with all the lights on and those lit up in the fireplace, it strangely does make the room feel warmer, even though you know it's not a real candle. And they are very realistic. So I would definitely recommend those if you don't want to have a real candle out in the open where any little hands or any little paws can get at them. Across now to the TV stand. We do even have a couple of decorations on here. The first one being this Tinkerbell snow globe. I'm not sure if she even actually works anymore. Let me give her a shake. Oh, she does. So she has glitter all in there with her, or maybe it's pixie dust, I don't know. I know she does have a very, very odd face. It doesn't look like it, but I swear this was a genuine Disney product. She looks a bit crazy, and it does look a bit like what you would expect if it wasn't genuine Disney, but I promise it is. I got this from the Disney store. It does actually have the year on there. Back in 2006. I can remember getting this. I think I'd maybe been away for some kind of dancing event, and I got this in the Disney store there. I can actually remember bringing it home, even though I can't remember what the event was. But I just think it's so cute. It's got a little sprig of holly on the top there, and one on the corner. I do think it's really nice that it has the year on there, just as a little memento. And Tink is in there as if she is wrapping the present, or maybe unwrapping it. You never know with Tink, do you? Then we do have, again, some tinsel across here. As I said, I know people think it's cheap and tacky, but I like it. And then we have this little snowman who is actually supposed to be a stocking holder. But to be honest, I have never trusted him to actually hold a stocking. He does have a fair bit of weight to him, but I just wouldn't trust it not to pull the ornament off, and I really wouldn't want it to break. This was actually an ornament that came from my mum's house. We had this for as long as I can remember, and then eventually we stopped putting it out, so I brought it with me when we bought our own house. I think he's adorable. I love his little rosy cheeks, and again, he has a sprig of holly. Apparently I have a slight obsession with holly. I wasn't aware of this, but apparently I do. Just skipped past the tree for a second to be able to show you these last two bits other than the tree. The first of them being this dog stocking. I just bought this from Argos this year. I think it was £6 possibly. I will double check and link it in the description. This we got because obviously, as I showed you, we do have our two stockings from the Disney store. So I thought it was only right that Stitch had a stocking of his own. So we got this dog one for him. We don't tend to actually put presents in the stockings. We might with Stitches because it does have plenty of room in it. So that might happen this year. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, he definitely needed to have his own. So I got this one from Argos. How cute is that little pug face? So adorable. And then this last one, I actually just bought yesterday. So this candle is a new addition. I did have a pink candle out on here for the rest of the year, which obviously doesn't really go with our Christmas decor. So I wanted something that I could put out on here just as a little Christmas addition. Sorry, the puppy is currently climbing on my back trying to get involved. Yeah, this is the other Christmas spice candle that I was talking about. It is a multi-wick one. It smells gorgeous, and it's just in this little glass casing in a nice deep sort of wine red. And I just wanted something to go on my little table just because it was the only thing that didn't have anything Christmassy on it. And I think this was £7.50 in the sale. So yeah, I snapped that up to go on my little side table. I hope you're all still with me. If you've got bored and clicked off the video, that's fine. I know this video isn't for everybody, but we are now on to the final event, which is the tree. Some of these are just plain baubles just to fill in the branches and add some colour, and some of them are just general Disney store baubles, but some of them do have special meanings, or we've got them for special occasions or special places. So I'm going to show you a few of those. Quickly start underneath the tree first of all. This is our Christmas Eve box. On the other end of it, the end that it's standing on, it does say do not open until December 24th. Last year I did Christmas Eve boxes for us, my boyfriend's family and my mum. I'm going to do that again this year because I do still have the boxes. But for now it is just empty under the tree until I buy the things to fill it. And then of course, what else signifies Christmas other than some big tubs of sweets? Who else has had these in their family at Christmas for as long as they can remember? That just screams Christmas to me. Of course you can see all the wires there from the lights, but we can't see that when we're up here, so we just ignore it. And then our tree I absolutely love. We got our tree in Wilko when we were moving into the house. We actually carried it home from town. It was about a 10-minute walk and it was so heavy. I massively underestimated how heavy it was going to be. It's one of those where each branch gets stuck in individually. It is a fake tree. We don't have a real tree. Each branch gets stuck in individually and then you just have to spread them out. But it was ridiculously heavy, but it was worth it. I love it so much. I'm hoping we will have it for a long time. Right, so starting at the top of the tree, we have our Tink Star tree topper. This was another Disney store purchase a couple of years ago. How gorgeous is she with her glittery dress, and the star of course lights up. Again, this looks a lot better at night with the lights off and when it's dark outside, so I will show you it later as well. Then as we move down the tree, we do have a few that are from our favourite places in Orlando. So for example, we have this SeaWorld one here. I love that this one has the year on it, 2012. That was actually my first trip to Florida. And then if I can find them, we do have a couple of other SeaWorld ones. So we have this present here that has obviously all the animals on there. You've got the orcas, the polar bears, the sea lions, all wrapped up in that little present. And then we do have another one. Here. This big one, SeaWorld Rescue, with the snowflakes. It's got that blue bow ribbon on there, and it also has the little glitter animals and some diamantes on there as well. This is absolutely gorgeous. This was a slightly more expensive decoration, but I think it's worth it. It's just beautiful. Then moving on to the other places we've been. So when we go somewhere, we try to get a Christmas ornament to remember it. So we have this one from Las Vegas. I think it's so funny that, I don't know, is it just me that it's like the odd combination of Vegas and Christmas, like the Las Vegas sign in a Christmas wreath? I think it's very strange, but I love that we have that ornament for Vegas. We do have a New York one somewhere. Where is he? There. We have this Santa. He's poking through a Christmas wreath. He does have a back to him as well, holding the Empire State Building, and then it does say New York City on the bottom there. We actually got that one on a trip with my fiance's family. I think it was maybe my first trip to New York. We got that one. And then we have this one that we got on our first trip to Disneyland Paris. This one has all of the characters on there. It even has a little tiny Chip and Dale up on the tree causing trouble as usual. And the ribbon attaches to it on a little Mickey on the top of the tree. And it does say Disneyland Paris. Very, very tiny letters on there. So that was on my first trip to Disneyland Paris. We do have a couple of other special ones. So for example, we have this one from Walt Disney World that was for the 45th anniversary that we were there to celebrate. We then have this one that my fiance bought me. For any WWE fans, you will recognise this as a penguin wearing a Seth Rollins t-shirt. I know that's very strange and it's quite a niche bauble, but it's a special one to us. What else do we have? This one here. This one was actually just from Marks and Spencer's, but I think it's beautiful, so I thought I would show you it. It's like a little glass bauble covered in snow, glittery snow, with this little Christmas scene inside with the penguins and the polar bear and the Christmas tree. I just thought that was really nice. That was in the sale in Marks and Spencer's, otherwise it would have been very expensive. Our L and R were just from Home Bargains. I think they were about 99p, but I think it's really nice that we have both of our initials on there. This one was from Etsy. If I can find where I got it from, I will link it down below. This one we got obviously last year for Stitch's first Christmas, his own personalised Christmas bauble. We do also have this Disney Store one, which is quite special because it has 2017 on the back, which is the year that we got this house. So we got this for our first Christmas in this house together. We then do have some really nice ones that are just Disney Traditions ones. So my mum did actually buy us quite a lot of these. So I'll show you a few of them that we have. So we've got Cogsworth. We've got a little sort of child Anna. We do have the Elsa to match her somewhere. This gorgeous Beauty and the Beast one. This one is really heavy, but absolutely gorgeous. I do have a couple of the dwarfs as well. Got another one there. We have a Lumiere up there. He's a Disney Traditions as well. Oh, there's Elsa. She's facing the wrong way though. That's the Elsa one. There's an Eeyore one somewhere down here. There he is. And this Mickey one I think is gorgeous. That's another Disney Traditions one, but I just think that one is absolutely beautiful. And then there's some that were from Disney World that are just general ornaments. So this one, these are a replica of, they have them in a big version in a window in Hollywood Studios over Christmas. And when you pull the string, her legs move. I just thought that was really cute, and it does remind me of the one time we went to Walt Disney World for the Christmas season. So I had to get that one when we saw it. And then we also have a couple of Universal Studios ones. So we have this one up here. This is a really light one. This is sort of metal, and it just has Happy Holidays, Universal Studios. I really like that one. It sort of reminds me of like classic Universal, like retro almost. And then we have a couple of these ones, which are like the Universal ball. We have a red one, and somewhere we have a white one that I don't seem to be able to find at the moment. Trust me, we do have a white one as well of it, from Universal Studios. As I say, we just like to get Christmas ornaments of our favourite places so that we can be reminded of them at Christmas. And then just a couple more. We have this one, which is from Pandora, World of Avatar in Walt Disney World. Again, a very unique Christmas ornament, but it means something to us. We have a Donald that was from the Christmas store in Disney Springs. Donald is my favourite character, so he had to feature somewhere. We also have a Peter Pan, who is one of my fiance's favourites. So again, he had to feature on there. Obviously, he's got a scarf on because it's Christmas, and he's nice and glittery. And then we have some more Disney store ones like these glittery, they're just plastic, very lightweight. These glittery Disney store ones. And then ones like this, which were again from Walt Disney World. There's the big version, and if I can find one, there we go, the little version. These were very hard to transport back. I was very worried that they were all going to be broken by the time we got them home, but luckily they all survived. Ooh, and a couple more that I would not be forgiven if I didn't show because they're a Stitch. We have this big Stitch one. This is very lightweight, but it is very chunky. But it's so cute. How adorable does he look with his antlers on and a present. We then have this one, where he's all tangled up in Christmas lights, causing havoc as usual. This one, I think you can also get from the Disney store, but we got it from Disney World. And then there is one other one. Where is he? Ah, here. It is just Stitch with his guitar. This one isn't really Christmas themed. I suppose you could have it hanging out all year round, but we keep him to go on our tree. And the last ones I have to show you are actually wedding related ones. So if you follow me for my wedding content, this will be much more up your street. The first one is this one, which was from Walt Disney World. We got this on the trip that we got engaged, obviously. It is this little bride and groom, Mickey and Minnie, sat inside an engagement ring. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I fell in love with this when we saw this on the trip that we got engaged and just knew that I had to have it. Sorry, you can hear the puppy squeaking his toy in the background. If you have ever bought a Walt Disney World Christmas ornament before, you will know they are not the cheapest. And this one definitely wasn't. I think it was about $25, $30. So not a cheap purchase, but I just fell in love with it. Had to have it. I actually posted a photo of this on my Facebook page in 2019, which was originally going to be the last Christmas before we got married. And posted it saying, obviously, a special one on the tree this year for our last Christmas before we're married. And then, thank you, COVID, that didn't happen. So it will be getting posted again this year, which again will be the last Christmas before we get married, because nothing is going to stop our wedding this time. On the same track of the last Christmas before we get married, we do have this one, which I got from Etsy. Our last Christmas as Mr. and Miss with the year on. It does just have a plain back. I would have quite liked it to be double-sided, but you can only see the one on when it's on the tree. So I think it's lovely. I like the design with the three little trees on there, and I love the red ribbon. I think red obviously is just the perfect Christmas colour, so anything with a little bit of red on it for Christmas is perfect by me. So yeah, I got that one off Etsy. I will link it down below. And then again, along the last Christmas route, I also have this one. It's behind gold tinsel, so it might not be the easiest to see. Last Christmas as a Miss 2021 in this Disney style font, again with a red ribbon, just this clear disc. I think this is so simple but so classic, and a wonderful way to celebrate my last Christmas as a Miss, again with the year on. Sorry, the puppy is whinging because he's not getting any attention. Do you want to be on a video? You haven't got anything Christmassy on? We do have some reindeer antlers for him to put on, but I highly doubt that he's going to wear them. So yeah, I also have this one, which I got from a lovely lady's small shop on Instagram. And I think that is the majority of our tree. I will just quickly show you with the lights on, because I just love how beautiful this looks with the lights on. Yeah, there we go. That is our tree all lit up for Christmas. I will just give you a quick full rundown of the whole tree. Again, it does have a lot of tinsel on it. I know a lot of you probably don't like tinsel, but I love tinsel. And that is our full tree. As I've said with a lot of the decorations, I will show you them again tonight when they're lit up, when it's dark outside and the lights are off, just so that you can properly see what they look like when you can see the full effect. But yeah, that is all of our Christmas decorations. I hope you've liked them. Okay, I just had to quickly jump on and show you this extra bauble that has literally just arrived in the post. I forgot I had ordered this from a shop on Instagram. I will link it down below. How adorable is this bone ornament for Stitch, and how lovely is this red chrome vinyl. Oh my god, I love it so much. I have also got one, I will show you it here. I've also got one for my cat who lives at my mum's house. I know it's a bone and dogs are more with the bones, not cats, but I just thought it was really cute, and she had a special offer on, so I thought I would get one for him as well. So that will be going on my mum's tree once that gets put up. Someone has just arrived. Stitchy, do you want to have a look at your ornament? Look, that one's yours. Okay, what do you think? Look, this one. What do you think? Do you love it? I think you do. I think that's a sniff of approval from Stitch on that one. As I said at the start, I know this won't be everybody's cup of tea, but if you're like me and just love anything to do with Christmas, or if you're like me and just enjoy having a nosy in other people's houses, I hope that you've enjoyed it. This is the start of a few Christmas videos that will probably be coming your way, so I hope you're going to enjoy those. If you're not already subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And please give this video a like and share it with anyone that you think might be interested in it. I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye. Right, I promised I would show you everything all lit up once the lights were off and it was dark outside. So here it is. I love how Christmassy it all looks. So this is the dining room all lit up at night. I'm now going to take you into the hall and then, of course, into our lovely living room that has the majority of the lights in. So this is our little hallway welcome for our guests. The little lights all along the radiator shelf there, and then of course as people enter there is the lights on the wreath as well. Sorry for the focus, my phone does not deal well with lack of light. And then into the living room, our Believe sign, the lights on the fireplace, and of course our lovely tree, and you can just see a little bit of the window lights there as well. I absolutely love how gorgeous and lit up this all is. It just looks so pretty. And of course we have Tink on the top there, keeping an eye on everything from the top of our tree. It just makes my heart so happy to sit in here at night with all of this lit up. I love it so much.